Okay, well, we're gathered here today with a very disappointing outcome of an attempt to hold a debate with physicians, MDs, who, to a person, felt that it was important enough for them to join us on a debate. And there was a slight confusion on their part, apparently, and we're not sure where it fell apart, but we're sitting here in Zoom, and we have prepared our questions. We also are prepared to answer questions that they have on their side, and they have failed to show up. Steve, you want to fill everybody in on the background of the communications with the other side?
Sure. This started Friday on Clubhouse, and this is and Eli basically was moderating a room, and we said happy to debate them anytime. And then he called me back and he said they're ready to debate today, and I said great, but it'll take me a couple of days to get the team together. Let me send you a Zoom link, and we will do a recorded Zoom call. And this way we can first of all, you're not allowed to record on Clubhouse. And the Zoom allows us to see people's faces and who they are and make sure they're legitimate. So there's no hiding. And the rules of the debate then would be fair on both sides. Everybody would play by exactly the same rules. Each side would be able to ask the other side questions. It would alternate between one side asking the question, and then once they're done and it goes back and forth, then the other side asks the questions. Totally fair debate. We don't control the agenda. We control what questions we ask. They control whatever questions they ask. But apparently there was not a meeting of the minds because we were going through an intermediary, Eli, and it was not, apparently not communicated that we wanted a recorded debate on Zoom, and that he was supposed to stream it to Clubhouse for other people to listen in live if they wanted, but it was supposed to be a video debate. We're all here. We're all ready to go for 2 hours or 3 hours or however long it took. So I went into Clubhouse and explained this, and they kicked me off the stage, and then they removed me from the room. So,
and you said earlier that they actually reported that you left.
Oh, well, you know, I took a screenshot here of them kicking me off the stage. So here it is, where you can see. Let me turn off my.
If you send that to me, I'll mix it in the video, Steve.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I'll send that to you, where they basically have kicked me off the stage, and then they disabled hand raising so that none of our other people could go and say, "Hey, let me explain that he didn't leave. He was kicked into the audience, and then he was kicked out of the room." So this is the censorship. So this is hardly a fair, them wanting to debate us. So.
Okay, so we waited for, by my count, good 21 minutes here in Zoom, and it was communicated to them 3 or 4 times through different channels that this was the agreed upon format location. So what's your next step? Are you going to invite them to another debate, find another team of physicians that want to stand up for their paradigm?
Well, you know, we can extend the offer to them one more time, same place, same time, next week, same rules as we had proposed for this one. I've sent Eli the rules. So he has all the rules of the debate. And we'll see whether they want to accept. But when they basically said, well, we don't want to do it on a recorded call.
That's ridiculous. They don't want to stand behind.
I guess they don't want to stand behind. I don't want, they don't want any words that they say to be, used to, and they're afraid.
That's how I would interpret that. We're ready.
Oh, yeah, Angela, you could talk about what happened when you went into the room.
Yeah, no, we're ready to show our faces, show our titles, show our backgrounds, show the world who we are and what we stand for. And we have no problem being recorded and having this placed wherever it needs to be placed. And so I don't really have the time or interest to hide behind somebody on Clubhouse where we don't even know who these people are. It's just a waste of time. And I think that this is the most appropriate place for us to do it. be discussing with physicians.
My understanding is that we did know who they are. Do we have a list of their names?
I just have two of them, Dr. Copeland and Dr. Priya. That's it.
Okay. Does anyone have
Yes.
anything else to add?
Well, I think it's extremely disappointing. So I might even, I was a long time head of allergy and respiratory research at Pfizer, and I ran my own company afterwards in the last 10 years. So there's a lot of wrong things going on, really bad things as well. And I know everyone else on this call had thought very carefully about 3 or 4 questions that are really straightforward questions that if we were to pose these to a member of the public or anybody watching, whether professional or just a member of the public, they'd think, well, yeah, I really want to know the answer to that question. And we have our own answers, and we would love to debate it with another team. And the problem is that they won't come and debate it. They literally won't come and debate it. And that's why I'm feeling very disappointed. But as Steve said, we will stand ready to do this again. If any team would like to go, just respectfully, let's just trade views on these really important questions. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I've thought deeply about these things, and there's a lot of wrong things happening. That's why I keep speaking out.
And furthermore, it seems as though we are always willing to be wrong. We don't mind being wrong. How it goes. That's why debates are important. And I'm also, this is the second time this happened to me. I'm very disappointed that they didn't show up because, well, besides the fact that we're all gathered here, we put time and effort into being here, and we did put some time and effort into generating question sets, each of us. And I completely agree with Mike. I think everybody wants to know the answers to these questions, and we're experts in whatever capacity we have. So yeah, we're going to be here next week if anyone wants to talk.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll package this and publish it out through WWDNYK and make it available for every one of you to spread it out through your own channels. So this was the bad news is we didn't make any progress in having the rational dialogue and debate that we all know is so important to happen. The good news is I can go help Grace in the kitchen with our turkey stew that we make. And happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, and you. Thank you, James.
Happy holiday.